I'd like to beg your indulgence just for a few seconds and say thank you. Really grateful for this opportunity to be part of this community um, of Ravens fans, and I want to thank you for that. Um, I'm looking forward to watching more film. I'm looking forward to the interaction uh, amongst all of us, and I'm looking forward to the Ravens winning another Super Bowl very soon. So let's watch our new linebacker. I don't think Ferguson gets the credit he deserves uh, as a run defender. And I think some of that has to do with how he played in 2016 and 17. But to my eye, he made great strides last season. Um, he's real difficult to move. He has much better awareness as to the play in the backfield. Um, you could see that in 16 and 17, he'd get run through plays or run by plays. He just didn't seem to be aware of all the time of what was going on, and he could be had. Um, Here he has an understanding that he is not responsible for outside contain and that this DB behind him will fill, or this linebacker. Uh, Watch him anticipate this cut block. This is Ferguson here with his eyes on the backfield. Does everything you're supposed to do there too. He's got his eyes on the back, head on the helmet, or excuse me, hand on the helmet, left hand on the shoulder pad, keeps his feet running, and like I said, he anticipates that block, gets off of it, and makes a stop. Again against the run, this is Ferguson. He is the outside contain here. You can see him lift that tackle up. He's really controlling him. It's hard to see fast, but just really strong hands, getting them inside, keeping the tackle at length, and controlling. You can see that the tackle's up off the ground there. See that? He's just working to get outside to set that. Gets off the tackle, and he's a finisher too. He is a finisher in the backfield, whether he's playing the run or getting after a quarterback. Here his responsibilities are outside the tackle and controlling C-gap. You can see him do a nice job of that right away. Eyes in the backfield. You can see, again, really has the ability to control a tackle with his length. Really strong rip. You can see that better at full click. Here we go. How forceful that is and how he makes the back cut it back. Now the back gets a big run. I'm not crazy about his backside pursuit here. I don't want to get off on a tangent. But, great job setting, getting out and containing here and forcing this cut back. The linebacker on the outside here really gets out of position, pursues a little bit to this guy, and allows this to become a big play. But he does a great job initially here. Great job. One thing I've noticed is that you'll see him come up big on third down and fourth down, either with a pressure or with a sack. In this case, he reads this dump to the flat and gets his team off the field. That's really encouraging, really good to see in terms so far as his play recognition is concerned. You see the pass set by the tackle. He's pinning his ears back, presumably is Ferguson. Feels himself let go, and the back releases. He reads that right away, even though the quarterback's eyes are away. Nice job in pursuit. Again, nice job on third down, getting off the field. We'll get into him as a pass rusher now. Real good play recognition here. Again, on third down. You notice he feels the tackle go away. So he has a sense. He's going to stay home a little bit here in case there's a boot by the quarterback or some kind of cutback. But he has a sense as soon as he recognized that the quarterback held the football. Pretty good sense. This H-back's coming to get him, and that the running back is the target, or will be the target. So I guess you can make an argument here that he might, instead have blown up this tight end and gotten into the back a little bit, but he's going to go after the quarterback. He does a nice job here, avoiding this block, dipping his shoulder low. He's reading this screen the whole way. Gets that big. He knows where it is. He's going to throw up that big mitt and obstruct the passing lane. And then he finishes. This guy finishes. I like that about him. and he's physical, man. That's going to hurt. It's fourth down, and it's the last play of the game, and his team gets the win here in large part because of this pressure. This is a really interesting snap to me. Again, he comes up big in a big situation here. One-on-one with the tackle. Pretty good ball get off. First guy off the line, the defensive line. Wins outside right away. Now, right here, he's done a lot of stuff well, but he's got to get clear of this arm. He does make an effort, but to me it's late. See, the tackle's got both arms free, and he can make something. He can make an effort at least to move Ferguson, and he does. I like that we see him kind of dip that shoulder, but because he didn't get rid of that arm, he's going to end up losing his balance. This tackle can control him a little bit. This is Ferguson against the right tackle. He's going to work outside, but he does a nice job setting up, not declaring his intentions. You see, he works the inside half here initially, even though he moved outside, and he gets the tackle to set inside. And what he's doing is, by working outside, he's facilitating this second level blitz. But he gets the tackle to set inside anyway. Big, strong hands, too. Gets into his chest, gets into that half of him, and then swipes him aside. Does a nice job there, kind of trying to flatten, dips his shoulder. Big, big, long arms. You can get a sense of his wingspan there. Does a nice job typically kind of getting after the ball. Here it doesn't work. He doesn't get the ball free. You see the quarterback do a good job of protecting there. See him turn his shoulder in. But Ferguson's always trying to get the ball when he's pressuring a quarterback. Here he's standing up. You see him win the edge, third down. Pressure the quarterback, dips his shoulder. But this is again, not doing a good job with his hands, not clearing enough. Ultimately, this rush is really successful. You see good bend there. Part of what makes this work, of course, is this cornerback blitz. He steps right into it. Good pursuit by Ferguson. Really good, strong, physical finish. He's very physical. I love that. That is a Raven, quality that we need. This is one of my favorite rushes by Ferguson. Illustrates his ability to get into half a guy, his ability to convert speed to power. But probably my favorite thing is how you see him string together moves, and that's not something you see him do all the time. You can see he literally lifts this tackle off the ground. Great leverage here, gets under him. Doesn't matter about this chip. What I like best now, aside from just that brute force, is how he strings together pass rush moves. He's got his hands inside and he just powerfully rips down to disengage. I like how he dips and bends here. And I like how he tries to get this ball out the entire way down. Just a really, really quality pass rush. He comes after quarterbacks. He just lives for these pass rushing situations. Just plays really with a ton of effort in that part of his game. Ferguson's at 7. He's involved with this 2-eye in this stunt to get in the A-gap. And things turn out pretty well. That he ends up getting a guard that is off balance and really getting half of him. You can see that he has a hard time changing direction here. He's not sure how to use his arms to get free here. That's something he can learn. But you can see he really can't turn upfield there. These clips are from 2017, and you can see there's a big second quarter, 42-3 lead. They're throwing the football. But this shows us, even though it's a year ago, that he cannot be, there are guys that can hold up against him. He cannot be entirely reliant on this bull rush here and not have a counter to it. You can see this, he's got a tremendous size advantage, or at least a size advantage on this guy. This guy just has technique, though. And Ferguson can't do anything with him, can't counter him, can't get hands off him. Yeah, he comes off the line here with just, that's his plan of attack. I'm going to throw this guy on his heels and just push him back into the pocket. And in the NFL, there's going to be plenty of guys, plenty of tackles with technique that just aren't going to have that. This is Ferguson out of a three-point stance in the Senior Bowl, and he gets a sack on the quarterback here. A couple good things to see. You know, he's forceful. I love that. Makes quarterbacks know that they've been hit. Right away starts working hands. That's good to see. Getting those hands off of him. Plants his right foot outside. That tackle is working outside. He pulls him by. You can see it takes him, again, it takes him a while to stop and start. Gets his shoulder dipped, and the quarterback holds the ball a little bit long here, and big finish. Ferguson has a lot of naturally God-given talent as a pass rusher. He loves getting after quarterbacks. He loves talking about getting after quarterbacks, apparently. He's got great length, great strength, his ability to convert speed to power. He loves to punish quarterbacks. I'd like to see him use his length better. He needs to develop more variety in his pass rush and his pass rush moves. There's no question. It's very seldom you see someone win consistently with one thing or any particular rush, have them win without any kind of counter. So I want him working on his pass rush moves, things that you don't even see him using in college. These stabs and these clubs at hands. You know, getting hands off of him. He needs to work on that. As a run defender, I've already mentioned this, but I like him more than people do. I really don't have any doubts about him developing into a really fine outside linebacker as it relates to setting the edge and playing the run. He does not always show great effort, and that manifests itself particularly in backside pursuit. I just want him going 100% all the time. So that won't fly. He's got to put forth effort all the time on every play. But moving forward, I'm really, really anxious to watch this guy. And I'm really anxious to watch this guy develop over the course of this season as well. Two last things that I noticed about him that I liked a lot. One is that he tends to get stronger as the game goes on, and that can be a product of physicality, but I think it's also him figuring things out. You'll notice that he may start by being stymied by on a particular rush, but as the game progresses, he gets things figured out, and he starts winning these one-on-ones or these edge battles with more frequency. The other thing is that he's equally adept off the left or the right side as an edge guy. So I like that they moved him around, and I like that he's comfortable doing that.